Hello my lovelies, how are you all doing today? I hope you're well. Welcome back to, I don't know, Nurse Vivi in the corner. Oh, actually, just before I talk about, so the subject for today, which I will explore in a minute, is what to do if you live on your own and you get poorly. We'll come to that in a second. But first of all, I just want to say good morning and hello to everyone. Continuing on my theme from the last video. So, good morning, guten Tag, bonjour, bonjour mes amis. Oh, French is my favourite language, of course it is. Buenos dias, buongiorno. Is that all the ones I know? Oh, I know a few more. Kalimera, dobry dan, zdravo. I think that's all the ones I know, but I've been learning a few more. Oh no, the other one I know is kia ora. Kia ora to all my lovely friends down under. So I've been continuing to learn a few of the slightly more tricky ones. I'm really struggling with the Eastern European ones. I don't know whether it's because I've got too much French and a little bit of Latin in my head. It's too much of a hop. But here goes anyway. That's for my Polish friends, I do apologise. Oh, this one was quite easy because it's so similar to the German, is guten Tag. That's supposed to be Dutch. Oh, and my other favourite one, and we have to do the manners, konnichiwa. So, hello. Everybody, morning, afternoon, evening, welcome. I hope you're all well. I'm well here. Says she with a, that's a tickle. That's just me clearing my throat. Okay, so I had a couple of comments on the last but one video. Plus I then had a ton of messages sent to me from people saying it was as a response to that first video I did, talking about how to isolate a family member if they became sick. And loads of people got in touch to say, yeah, but what if I do, what do I do? I'm gonna have a little slug of water. What do I do if I live on my own? So, you know, a lot of the same rules apply, except for the fact that obviously there's no one else coming and going in your home. So it's more about, are you going to be able to manage on your own when there's no one else there to look after you? So the way I'm looking at it is the way I've looked at being poorly in the past is that, well, jolly well have to manage. But for example, if you remember, oh gosh, is it 2 years ago now? I've lost track of time. But I had advance warning of my knee surgery. So obviously I knew that at least in the first week or so, there was no way I was going to be able to get out of the house because of all the stairs. I was practicing the stairs each day and it took me a whole week to manage to get all the way down to the ground floor. But yeah, so I had advance warning of that knee surgery, so I prepared. Now, when I talk about preparing, I'm not talking this kind of apocalyptic prepping that some other folk might do. This is just very sensible, ordinary, non-panic driven, have things in place. Listen, I was a girl guide, for goodness sakes. Girl guides, be prepared. So, oh, lost my notes. So the first thing I did for that upcoming surgery, and it's what I'm doing at the moment, not because I anticipate getting sick, I jolly well hope I don't, because I'm practicing social distancing, isolating, etc, etc, but it's just to be on the safe side. That's all it is. Like I say, it's not, there's no drama here, no drama whatsoever. Over the next couple of days, whilst I am healthy and well, I'm going to be doing a load of cooking from some of my gorgeous stored produce, plus a few little bits and bobs that I have in my store cupboard. So I'm going to make a load of things like soups, stews, chilies, curries, all those really yummy things that I like to eat, things that are really tasty. They're not challenging in terms of, there's not too much chew about them. But yeah, I'll be making up a load of gorgeous meals and whacking them in the freezer. So that if I do get poorly, I've got a bunch of ready meals there. I don't have to worry about going shopping. And let's face it, at the moment, the shops are so crazy. I don't really want to go to a shop anyway and be mixing with all these other people. So yes, I'd say one of the first things to do is have a big old cook-off, turn the music up really loud, whatever it is that kind of gets your soul going, gets your juices flowing, music, whatever it is, turn it up, get in the kitchen, bash the pans, cook a load of food, whack it in the freezer. And of course, the bottom line is, if you don't get sick, it's not going to go to waste. You'll just have a load of ready meals, ready and waiting, as the next few weeks go on. So, get your meals sorted. Brilliant. What do I want? So the other thing I did before my knee surgery, I didn't anticipate needing any help. Excuse me. And please, 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 the thing to bear in mind with this virus is that a lot of people who've got it who are at home are, obviously we want to isolate, we want to take all our precautions, but a lot of people are having mild flu-like symptoms. So if one of us who lives on our own gets it, yeah, we're going to feel poorly for a few days, but the vast majority of people are having a mild set of symptoms. Put it this way, that one time when I had the flu about 4 years ago, it's just awful, but I managed it. So, like I say, this is all about not panicking. Back to getting the leg surgery. So I fully expected to be able to perfectly well take care of myself at home. I had a nice stack of DVDs. I'd been to the charity shops and bought a load of DVDs in anticipation of basically being on the sofa, not doing much. So I had my entertainment sorted, I had my food stacked up, ready and sorted. I had everything I needed in the flat. Obviously I had the computer and the internet, so I knew I'd be able to chat with friends and family that way. Great. My only concern was, and this is my advice for this occasion, my only concern was if I got poorly or got into trouble in the flat, how would I get help? Because, if I needed an ambulance for whatever reason, I wouldn't be able to get to the front door to let the ambulance crew in. And again, I'm saying this is not being overly dramatic. It's just about ticking boxes, thinking about eventualities. So what I did was I had sets of my house keys made up, copied, and I distributed those between 3 different friends, people in the area. Like I say, I had no anticipation of needing them, but knowing that I had those out there, it just gave me some reassurance. And I think actually at the moment, that's what most of us want, isn't it? Is some reassurance. So I would say, get your meals sorted in the freezer, get your keys copied and given to a couple of trusted friends, so that if you really do need some help, and that help may just be something like, I can't even think, that's honestly, I can't think what help you would need if you're at home on your own with this, but if you did, at least you got your keys. So the other thing I would say is, if you are going to confine yourself to barracks, as in to the bed, have your laptop and have your phone and have your chargers to hand. Keep all your kit charged up so that if you do need to call someone for help, you've got a phone with charge on it. But never mind that, you've got your phone ready so you can chat to your mates because you'll be bored in bed, or you've got your computer, you can watch videos, you can Skype with your friends. Just make sure you've got all those things to hand, everything's charged up. Now, in terms of things like bed linens and that sort of thing that I was touching on the other day when I was talking about isolating a family member, to be honest, yes, we are associating fever with this virus. You may be sweating a bit more. You may want to change the bed nearly said the wrong word, bed sheets more frequently. That's all the loo roll talk. I've got the word in my head. Anyway, as I was saying, so for example, because I live in a tiny home, I have everything really carefully stashed away. I have to really put things away and tuck things away to, be able to fit everything in here. If your sheets and towels and all that sort of thing, if they're in a really awkward place, get them out. Get them to a less awkward place so that if you're feeling after 2 or 3 days of being in bed, if you're feeling like your sheets are feeling a bit crusty and nasty, whip them off, whack a new sheet on. Don't worry too much about getting your sheets washed there and then. If you're feeling rubbish, they can wait. Maybe keep a couple of bin bags by the bed so that if you do take your sheets off, whack them in the side of the bin bag for now, and then when you're feeling a bit better, you can go and wash them. But really, like I said, the one thing I want to reassure is that so many people, and I'm not talking about our hospitalised older friends who have underlying health conditions who are really needing a lot of support. For the vast majority of people getting this illness, they're going to feel like they've got a bit of a bad cold for a week. So, you'll be okay. Get your food sorted out. Get your keys distributed to other neighbours. When you do start to feel poorly, excuse me, of course, every country is going to be different. So check with your local or your national guidelines about who to call, who to let know in terms of the authorities that you're feeling poorly. But otherwise, apart from that, maybe just check in with relatives or best friend. All our family dynamics are different, aren't they? Just let someone know, I've got the cough, I've got the fever, I'm staying home, please check in with me on the phone from time to time. That's kind of it. It's just what you would do at any other time if you're feeling ill. If you start to feel really, really ill, you probably phone a friend or phone a member of your family. Same on this occasion. If you start to feel really, really unwell, or if your symptoms are persisting after a few days, or if you are starting to struggle with your breathing and your chest, of course, get in touch with your medical professionals. They will advise and they will escalate you if they need to. The chances are they won't. The chances are what's going to happen is you're going to be in bed for a week, bored out of your brains. So, have I covered everything? I think so. No, I think absolutely I have covered everything I wanted to. Get your meals prepared because you won't want to be cooking. Get your linens prepared so you don't have to scrabble around looking and changing, what have you. Make sure all your devices are charged up that you normally use and keep your chargers to hand. Keep in touch with a friend, a family member, whoever it is. Put a couple of sets of keys out there so that if you do need someone to come into your home to bring you something, I can't quite imagine what you would need, because hopefully you'll have everything on hand. But should you need something, you've got a couple of sets of keys out there, and that means that if one of your friends is poorly themselves, then hopefully the other friend isn't, and they can come and rescue a little bit. So I hope that reassures you a little bit, those of you who are living on your own. Another gulp. Excuse me. I've got through so many moments of being poorly, living on my own. Remember, I broke both my wrists, and I had an assessment initially from, it was a kind of combined social services health assessment, and they said, yes, we can bring you help in order to, you know, like washing and all that sort of stuff, but there's a waiting list, you'll have to wait 6 weeks. I had both my hands, arms out of action, and I still managed. After my knee surgery, I managed. After the worst case of flu, oh my goodness, I managed. And you know what? You are all going to manage too. And here's the thing, if you are poorly and you've got your devices charged and you've got your laptop open, chat to me. I'm always around. Let's have a chat. I'm here for you. So, thus endeth the sermon for today. It's not meant as a sermon. I just want all of this to be some sort of reassurance and a bit of common sense and just a chilled out approach to what may happen. And the chances are, as individuals, it's not going to happen to us. But you know what? Let's be ready to look after ourselves if it does. So, I need to go to the garden. Oh, we've got sunshine due in about 3 days' time. So hopefully the next time I see you, it will be outside with a blue sky and some sunshine, and we can all think about something else. So, until then, please look after yourself. Please look after those around you, and think about people who may not have someone to look after them. Maybe give a little bit of a offer of help. But whatever you do, stay well. Cheerio, lovelies. I'll see you soon.